Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vinyl Hazard. It is time for an update, the first one in 2021. And I have a bunch of CDs here and a couple of records I'm going to show you today. And we are going to start with some Ozzy Osbourne, Black Rain. This is Ozzy's 10th album, I believe, from 2007. Not one of his most popular ones. I think Rolling Stone magazine said something to the like that it was, it's like regarded as highly skippable. Yeah, that was the most unflattering description of this one. Well, do I agree? Well, it's certainly not one of Ozzy's best album. That's one thing for sure. You don't think like, yeah, I want to listen to some Ozzy today. Why don't I have some Black Rain to listen to? And nah, you're probably not going to think that. This is certainly not an album that is great. Perhaps it's not even good. But if you're going to have Ozzy in the collection, you have to have all his albums. And that would also be true for the next one, which is also another Ozzy Osbourne album, Scream, which has been generally saluted as one of his absolute worst albums. This is the 11th album, came after Black Rain. It's from 2010. And basically, it was a commercial failure, if you can say that with Ozzy, but I guess they didn't really sell as well. After Black Rain, I think many people simply left Ozzy to, his own faith, so to speak. Not my favorite album either, but as I said with Black Rain, Scream is kind of like, if you're going to collect Ozzy albums, you need to have them all. And that's that really. So, yeah. But, an album that I actually don't own, but I have listened to a billion times, well, perhaps not that much, but yeah, is his first album, Blizzard of Ozz, generally considered to be his best album. This was released in 1980, of course after his Black Sabbath days. Picked this up and the rest for about $6 or $7 US. Brand new also. And this is one of two albums with legendary Randy Rhoads, of course. I think this was the one they re-recorded back in the early 2000s with was it Rob Trujillo on bass and who was it more? Was it Mike Bordin? Was it Mike Bordin on drums? Perhaps, yeah, I think it was. Anyway, and it was it was something like sacrilege. So the represses after that was with the original lineup, so to speak. So. Of course, this album has all, the great Ozzy tracks. Crazy Train, Goodbye to Romance, Mr. Crowley. Revelation is the only song on this album that I don't like. I think it's a bad song generally. Great album. And next we are going to have some Gravedigger with their Scottish album, I guess, Tunes of War, which is about, everything Scottish from, liberation of Scotland back in, the Middle Ages. This is their 7th album, I believe. Gravedigger's 7th album, there they are. Also got this very cheap for $6 or $7. And I like concept album in general. This one is of course one of the most known concept albums, especially from Gravedigger. This artwork is generally known, I think, of the undead Scottish bagpipe player. Love it. Yeah, so I'm not like, you know, a huge fan of Gravedigger. I would lie if I said I had a deep history with them. But I do generally like the sound of Gravedigger, and this is the first album I have bought by them. So yeah, take that for what it is. But really like it. So I'm gonna spin this a whole lot in the car, believe me. Right. So, the next one is Motörhead's 1916, one album that I consider to be, rather an album that I consider to be Motörhead's finest. Now this is, I believe, their 9th album. It is from, is it from 91 perhaps? Yeah, plain. I love this like artwork of the band. Yeah, so this, well, of course, is sort of a concept album of the First World War, of the Great War. This one has, you know, Motörhead is not really known for their ballads, but you know, the tune, their song 1916 is one of my favorite Motörhead songs. And yeah, it has actually a couple of ballads on this one. Anyway, happy to own this, a bit of Motörhead, you know. Right. Now, a bit of Black Sabbath, not Ozzy Sabbath, but Ronnie James Dio Sabbath. This is Dehumanizer from 92, I think it is. And there we have them, Tony Iommi, the rest. So Dehumanizer, I think this is like the 16th studio album of Black Sabbath. I can't remember them. They have released so many. It's like Motörhead, you know, it never ends. But yeah, I think this one I got second hand. Unfortunately, on Letters from Earth, the 4th track, it kind of skips a bit for like 15-20 seconds. So it's pretty scratched up. I cleaned it and tried to do my best of it. But you know, if you buying secondhand records for like, you know, $1, $2, you have to really consider that they might not be in the best of shape. Well, for the price, I'm happy, but you know, I need to have another copy of this if I'm going to be completely satisfied, because you know, you want to have all the tracks not skippable, so to speak. So yeah, that is Dehumanizer by Black Sabbath. Love this artwork cover, by the way. And from Black Sabbath we are going to go to a little bit of Hammerfall. This is their, let's see, 6th studio album from 2006. It's released on Nuclear Blast. It is Threshold. Yeah, what to say about this? I mean, it's generally considered quite a good Hammerfall album, but I'm not totally sold on it. It has some good tracks on this though: Howling with the Pack, Carved in Stone, Reign of the Hammer. It's kind of a mid-tier Hammerfall album for me. But there are quite a few people that actually like this very, very much and would probably consider it in their top 3 list, I think. So yeah. Also, I think the artwork is very cool. It sports Hector, the warrior of the Hammerfall warrior mascot with his hammer. Yeah. So, Threshold. And to top it off with the CDs, we have another Hammerfall album. This one is not really the official, it's like a semi-studio album. It's like Masterpieces, which is a Hammerfall album where they only do covers. So you have, and let's see, Back to Back, I Want Out, Head Over Heels, Run with the Devil, Breaking the Law, Angel of Mercy, När vindarna viskar mitt namn, which is a Swedish song. Yeah, it's Flight of the Warrior. Yeah, it's all have a pretty decent amount of covers on this one. Needless to say, not my favorite Hammerfall album. Cover albums usually are not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's sort of, if you're a fan of Hammerfall, this is quite, you know, sort of an essential thing to have. Yeah, this was released in 2008 on Nuclear Blast. And there we have the total track list. You can see. Yeah, so that's that. That's for the CDs. Let's move over to some vinyl now. And the first one is a classic album, Morbid Angel's Altar of Madness. Now I have this on CD too, actually. Got that a few months ago. Hey. Of course, it has this famous iconic artwork, which I simply love. Morbid Angel, of course, death metal at its finest. And here we have the band. And the back side too. This is the 2016 reissues, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's the FDR, the full dynamic range version, pressed from the original tapes. So you know the sound quality is very good on Earache Records. Yeah, so basically they had a sale on Morbid Angel vinyl. So pick this up for about $15. Just needed to have it, really. You know, cannot go wrong with some Morbid Angel. And there we have the inside folder too. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, really happy with that. And as I said, they had a sale on Morbid Angel, and I also picked up this little one, Blessed Are the Sick. Now, I think several of my YouTube colleagues have said that this is sort of a perfect introductory album to death metal. It's a little bit, you know, more, perhaps a little bit more melodic, a little bit more like riffy. Well, the other one is riffy too, but yeah, it's sort of a good transition, I think, into death metal and a little bit of a harder style of music. Also really like the art cover on this. You know, you really can see that it's like humans down there lying around. And there we have the band and the backside. Now, I think this was released in like 91, right? Yeah, I think that it should be 91. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, here is the inside folder with the lyrics. And the vinyl is also one that is, let's see if I can get it out, is the full dynamic range, like the previous one, for Madness, on black vinyl. So also got this for about $14 or $15. So very good price. Do not own this on CD. I think I will be content with the vinyl for now, but you know, perhaps I will pick it up on CD too if I, you know, want to play it in the car or something. And the last one for today's update is Stalker with Black Magic Terror. Now, several YouTubers have shown this, and they think it was great. I know Horse of Unreason showed it, and I know Brandon Von Doom has shown it, and a whole bunch of other people. So needed to pick it up, and you know, I love these kind of artwork covers. The sort of like, you know, fantasy-esque Boris Vallejo 80s style artwork. And this monster is also kind of like taken from my worst nightmare. Not that I do not like snakes or anything, but it looks pretty damn horrifying. And of course the busty lady on the backs, I think she's kind of like, is she a sacrifice or something? She doesn't have any, like, you know, weapon or anything. Yeah, probably a sacrifice. And we have like a burning city in the background with a lot of strange people being impaled. Strange people, yeah, dead people. So yeah, it's a good thrash metal album. I need to really spin it a whole lot more, but I really do like what I'm hearing here. So yeah, Stalker or Stalker, yeah, Stalker with Black Magic Terror. Awesome. So that was that for today's update. I have a whole lot more vinyl coming in. Recently picked up my first records of 2021, so I'm very excited to show them to you. Hopefully I'm also going to enter 1 or 2 competitions before I do my second update for 2021. But we shall see. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, may the metal gods be with you, and I will see you in another video. Cheers!